Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Dubai. The Real Housewives of Dubai season 1 episode 7 happened last Wednesday, and it started off with Aiden and her son going to a fitting, trying on clothes. It started off with Aiden first, and she was asking her son, how does she look in this dress? And he said she looked good in that dress. And then she said, what about that dress? He said, well, you look, she said, well, you look better. He said, you look better. He said, you look better. He said, you look better in that yellow fancy dress. And she said, well, I like the white stuff too. And then so he went and changed into some kind of a hoodie and stuff like that. And she said they was trying on clothes because they were supposed to be going to some kind of Dubai anniversary event or something like that. That they said that it happens every year. And then after that, it switched to Sergio and Stansberry talking about their parents coming and talking about the meeting up with their parents. And Sergio said it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing. And then Stansberry said she don't know because Stansberry said that her parents are kind of strict. Are kind of strict and with the strip of a lip, and they're kind of strict, and they're more strict and stuck in their ways from English and from their ways. And she said Sergio's parents are more like fun loving and lovely, and they like to love and they like to have fun with people and joke around and stuff like that. And so she was saying that she hoped the meeting goes well, and the next thing you know, Stansberry mom and dad came down, yeah, came downstairs, I think, and then Sergio's mom and dad came down. They had an introduction, and then they sat down, and then uh, 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 what you call Stansberry dad gonna ask Stansberry before they met with Sergio's parents. Did Sergio's parents speak English? And he said, yeah, I think they speak English. And he said, well, do they speak broken English? She said, no, I don't think they speak that, and stuff like that. And to me, that was kind of a rude, trying to be a shady joke. But to me, that was kind of rude. Trying to throw those little kind of subtle racial remarks out about Sergio's family. But anyway, his dad talked pretty good English, and that they, like I said, they shook hands and they did pleasantries and stuff like that. And then they were saying that they were happy that Sergio was getting married, and he wanted the wedding. And then that's when Stansberry daddy interjected and said, well, wait a minute. From what Stansberry told me, that you didn't want your son Sergio marrying our daughter. You tried to pay him off not to marry her. He said, no, 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 it wasn't like that. He said my son didn't seem like he was too happy when I was asking him about his marriage and marriage plans, engagement plans. And so I was saying that if my son wasn't happy, he shouldn't have that woman. And then Stansberry dad looked kind of funny and stuff like that. And then after that, they was talking about how they had brought, I don't know, I don't know how they brought some food or some pictures or some kind of stuff. And then the meeting ended, and then it switched to the next scene. And the next scene was with Lisa at her house with her kids playing around and a little bitty goat. And the kids didn't want the goat to go away, but they was playing around, and they were playing around kind of like in the pool. And then she got a FaceTime from Brooks, and Brooks told her what had went on at her house, and how she said Sara was trying to tell her how to parent her kids. And she was saying one of her friends tried to take Sara aside, and she had to get on them. She said, oh, you lost it. She said, yeah, Brooks, I lost it. I don't like nobody trying to tell me what to do. And then Lisa said, well, yeah, maybe you and Sara should have another talk and stuff like that. Well, Sara do needs to stop trying to tell people what to do and give people advice. And then Brooks said, Brooke said in her confessional that that's one thing that Sara got to learn how to stop doing, because that could kind of turn people off. People know that she's a mentor or life coach or whatever, but she don't have to keep throwing that down people's throats. And I kind of agree with Lisa on that part. You know, sometimes sometimes you can turn people off by keep on keep on stressing and emphasizing that you a life coach and you this and you that and blah blah blah. And so after that, it switched to the next scene where where Nina was talking about what she was talking about what had happened at Brooke's dinner, and she was talking about it with Sara, and she had called Sara, she had told Sara that from what she heard at the dinner, and then Sara told her it was not like what Brooks said. She said Brooks asked me for advice about do I think that she should send her son to that boarding school, and I told her that boarding school was for people that didn't want to take care of the kids. She said it wasn't like I just volunteered. She asked me a question, and just because she didn't like the advice that I gave her, she got mad and stuff. And then Sara said, Nina said, that's how it went, but that's not the way out. She said, I hope it doesn't be anything that's at the wedding. And then Sara said, no, I don't know. I don't think anything's gonna happen like that at the wedding. Everybody's gonna be there to support Stansbury. And they said, yeah, I'm gonna support Stansbury. The next thing you know, switch back to Stansbury. Let me get some water right quick and I'll pause this. Okay, I'm back, and then switch to Stansbury and Sergio getting ready with the glam team, and they're showing her wedding dresses and stuff, and she finally picked out the right wedding dress, and then Sergio came in, and Sergio was telling her, "Oh, you look beautiful, you look beautiful, you look pretty, you look beautiful," and then Sergio asked her, "How do I look?" And she said, "Well, you look," she said, "You look pretty good, you look good, you look good yourself." She said, "Oh, and by the way, your pants is down." He said, "What?" She said, "Your pants is unzipped." He said, ain't nobody looking. She said, "Well, I don't want you to walk out here like that. Even though you say nobody looking, they got women right there be looking." And then next thing you know, Sergio zipped up his pants and he started looking. And then switched to the next scene. And the next scene was with Nina and her husband driving to the event. And Nina was saying that she really didn't want to go to the event because her daddy is still sick with COVID. And her daddy I think she said her daddy had been in the hospital like 2 or 3 weeks, almost a month or something, she was saying. And she was telling her husband that she really wanted to be there for her daddy. She just wants her daddy to get better, and she felt so bad about it. And then her husband was telling her, "Well, there's nothing you could do about it. You call the hospital, you check on him, it's the same thing." She said, "But I want to be with him, I'll be with him." He said, "But you can't be with him now. He said, you can't be with him now." He said, "Don't feel bad, Sara." He said, "Because your brothers are there, your brothers are telling you." She said, "But I would still like to be there." And he was saying, "That's why I wanted you to go to the engagement party and the wedding." He said, "To get your mind off of this, to get your mind off of this." And then Nina said, "Well, yeah, I hope no stuff happened amongst the girls and other stuff." And her husband was telling her, "No, I don't think it's going to be like that." And then the next thing you know, all the other guests were arrived at the party. It was Aiden and Lisa and Aiden's husband. They all rode in the same car together, and then after that, some of Lisa's friends, some of Stansbury friends from some of her friends that she knew from England and Dubai. I think one or two of the people were some of her friends or co-workers or co-stars that were on Ladies of London. But anyway, they all arrived, and Aiden said it was pretty. It was all white, and Aiden said it was pretty, and stuff like that. And Lisa said she liked it, so they all got a chance to sit down and talk for a little bit. And Aiden was saying that that she said was telling them about what she heard about what happened at Brooks' dinner and stuff like that. And Lisa told her, yeah, Brooks called and told me what had happened at that dinner and stuff like that. And then that's when Aiden said, yeah, I be trying to tell Sara that I be trying to tell Sara that she can't be judging people and doing people wrong. And then they showed the flashbacks of when Sara had a little speaking engagement, and how she was telling Aiden that she needs to be more nicely and more friendly. And then in her confessional, Aiden said people get tired of this preachy stuff and all the time. And she said, yeah, I be trying to tell Sara that. And then Lisa said Sara needs to stop doing that. And then on their way driving, they were driving up to the thing, and Lisa said, let's take some pictures. And so she took some pictures of Aiden, and she took some pictures of Aiden she took some pictures of Aiden, and she took, yeah, they took some pictures with Lisa and Aiden, and I think had took some pictures. And then after that, Brooks had walked up, and then while they were taking the picture, Stanberry noticed, talking about what Aiden got on a wedding gown. This is my wedding. Why she got on a wedding gown? Sergio said in the car, what's wrong? What's going on with her? What's wrong with her? And what it was, it wasn't a wedding gown. It was a white bodysuit with like a veil or a cape around it. And so when she got out the car, she greeted most of her guests that she passed by. She said, "Oh, Aiden, are you trying to be me? Are you trying to act like me?" She said, "You got your hair blonde, you got on a wedding gown." She said, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to act like you." She said, but she said, "But this is my day." So they went on, and then Aiden said in her confessional, she said, "No, I'm not trying to be you. I'm black. Black don't crack. I got this going on, and you got that going on. I can't help it because my style of fashion is better than yours. You came out here, and I was saying, yes, Stansberry did come out in it. She said, you came out in that shine dress, and I was saying, everybody know about shine, and so it was happening. She did come in some cowboy boots in a thing, and then they had their little ceremony. And then after the little ceremony, the ladies were sitting around, and that's when Nina was sitting over there by herself because she didn't want to cry and everything. And then so Brooks was walking around looking for Nina, and then she found Nina, and then she told Nina, she said, "Nina, I want to talk to you." And Nina said, "Well, what do you want to talk to me about?" She said, "Nina, I want to talk to you about what you said in the group text." She said, "What you said in the group text was not what's said at my dinner." And she said, "Well, I was just going by what Sara had told me. Sara had called and told me this." And she said, "No, it didn't happen like that." She said, "Look." Look, Brooks, I'm going through my own stuff." And then Brooks gonna tell Nina she didn't care. And Nina said, "Well, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this." And then Nina walked away. And then Brooks was looking all funny. And then Nina walked over there to where the other girls were sitting, and she told Lisa, Aiden, and Sara what Brooks had just said and did to her. She said, well, she was not in the mood with it because her father is still sick, and she was worried about her father and stuff. And Lisa said, "Oh, she said that to talk to you like that." She said that was wrong. She said what you going through is what you're going through, and they all kind of hugged Nina a little bit. And then that's when Lisa told Sara she need to go over there and talk and talk to Brooks. Her and Brooks need to talk by themselves, and they need to get this settled so they can move on. And she said, "Well, I'll go over there and talk to her." She said, "Yeah, go over there and talk to her." And so what happened? Sara went over there to talk to Brooks, and she told Brooks, she said, "Brooks, I need to talk to you." She said, "Yeah, I want to talk to you too." She said, what it is, Nina told me what you said and did, and what you said and did, and she said, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. She said, cause I was the one that called Nina and told Nina what happened at dinner, but you told Nina the wrong thing. And Sara said, "Brooks, look." you're gonna stop yelling at me. You're gonna stop yelling at me and stuff. She said, if you don't stop yelling at me, if you don't stop yelling at me, I'm gonna leave. And then Brooks got quiet for a little minute. Then she started back yelling, and then she started back waving her hands and all kind of stuff. And then Sarah said, "What? What is this? What is this? What is going on?" Then the producer said, "Hey, hey, hey," because Nina was kind of, Brooks was kind of yelling, but she was also kind of waving her hands a little bit. And that's when the producer had said, "Hey, hey," and then the show ended. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a Ti is. I am out. Oh, and they said that show had the best ratings. I'll put the ratings at the end, but the show was really good. But I guess Brooks said she had to bring it out this time. Now this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells like Ti is. I am out.